Hi folks, this is Dan with Dan's Retirement Journey with the Sunday update on the construction of the home. Well, it's a gloomy day here in Sacramento. We have heavy cloud cover and it doesn't look like the sun's coming up anytime soon. It's about 7:30 a.m. in the morning, and I'm using my new camera mount. This is the camera mount that's going to be used to drive around town on occasion and show you what's happening on the streets of Sacramento. Anyway, I want to give you an update on those beams up on top. They have been poured, and this is a good thing because now all we need to do is wait a couple of days for them to set up. And they poured on Saturday. They had a complete crew, which means they'll have a couple of days for the cement to dry and set up so they can start work on the other part of the project. The most important part, oh yeah, and that's putting the roof on the house. Of course, it's rainy season still in the Philippines. It will be there through, at least midway through February, which means that putting the roof on the house is a very, very important thing. And it is going to be a metal roof, and I think these guys can work in the rain. They're used to working in torrential downpours, and so I don't think that that's going to be a hindrance. The hindrance would have been getting the concrete to cure as soon as possible so they can start working on getting those trusses up. So it's going to be interesting to see how they do the trusses. We're going with metal trusses. We're not going with wood. And that's because they have a termite infestation problem there in the Philippines. And we really wouldn't be looking forward to our roof disintegrating within the 5 years of life. So we decided we'll go ahead and spend the extra money and get the metal roof done. And I don't really know what that looks like. I'll be honest with you. I've done some research. I'm not sure if they're going to put steel up there or aluminum, but I know it has to have a special paint or coating on it because we're too close to the ocean and we don't want that to deteriorate over time. So they'll have to. It'll be a slow process getting those trusses up and then painting them. All of those trusses are custom made. They're handmade, and they are welded together based on the structure of the house. They'll use obviously the exterior walls for support, and surprisingly enough, I've discovered that they'll most likely be using the interior walls for support on some of those trusses. I've asked them to make a simple roof design, steeple design in the front. I don't know what the pitch is going to look like. I'm kind of leaving it up to them to decide what the pitch of the roof would look like. Of course, the front of the house is going to be a little bit different. The front of the house may involve some custom work because, as you can see, we spent a little bit of money on those archways, and you certainly don't want to mess up the look of the house by not spending the money on some sort of design work that causes the house to stand out up there in the entryway up in front. So I'm leaving that up to my brother-in-law. So far he's been an excellent project coordinator and also keeping track of the budget. But as I was explaining to him and others, the budget's running a little bit thin. I'm a little bit concerned that we may end up having to slow down the build, but not until after that roof has been placed on top of the house. That is the single most important thing we're looking forward to now. And if you guys don't know how it works, they actually tie those trusses in to the rebar sticking out of those the concrete beams. So they'll be welding some additional rebar that will be used and tied around the trusses for support to make sure they don't blow away in a 100 or 200 mile per hour typhoon. And it's interesting because it's very similar to J-hook, the J-hooks that we use here in the United States when we're building a house. Except this works out a lot better because these are welded to the trusses. They're kind of like wrapped around the trusses and then welded securely in place. So I have a lot of confidence that this architectural detail will work out, and I'm looking forward to watching them work on building those trusses, and also looking forward to the YouTube videos as a result. The YouTube channel's, it's doing all right. If I can get up to 100 subscribers, that would be great. That would give me some type of confidence that uh, putting up daily videos is something that people would be interested in viewing. And also, when I get over there to the Philippines, this will give me something to do. I plan on participating in community projects while I'm there and sharing them on this YouTube channel. Of course, the main objective is not necessary to have the channel monetized. It's more or less just to formulate, a video diary, slap together a video diary of, Dan's life and Minnie's life in the Philippines. Oh, I know. Some people have asked, where's Minnie? Well, it is called Dan's retirement journey, but of course, Minnie is an integral part of that whole process. So you'll see Minnie start to appear slowly but surely after we get over to the Philippines, which may not be in 2021. It may not occur this year because, of course, they've instituted lockdowns and stay-at-home orders. And I don't know if you guys know this or not, but folks that are considered to be senior citizens aren't allowed out except on special days or special occasions. And so if they see you out there, they will question you and say, hey, what are you doing out here? And also children aren't allowed at outside. They also have to comply with the stay-at-home order. And so I would say that the Philippines is the most locked down country right now in the world, but the United States is not far behind because, as you know, we've had this surge of corona cases, and everybody is concerned that we still have yet another peak that we have to get over, I guess, related to people getting together for Christmas and Thanksgiving and such. And so they're waiting for it to spike before it comes down. Of course, our hope is that we do have we can get an inoculation. We do have something in play there, but how quickly they're going to be distributing those shots, is anybody's guess. I know that a lot of people are optimistic, but so far things have been going that smoothly that way. And a lot of people have been saying stuff like, oh, I'll get the shot. Sure I will, but you go first. I don't have any fear about getting the shot. No fear whatsoever. I don't think that I don't think that they. I think the folks that work so hard to bring those to us, those vaccines, have done a fabulous job bringing them to us so quickly, and I have confidence in their ability to deliver. And so I have no fears. I have no fears about it whatsoever. And it's been speculated upon that in order to travel internationally in the future, that we will have to have a thing called a vaccine passport. And, that kind of makes sense to me also. I mean, when you think about it, why haven't they had such an instrument before? In other words, when you go to certain parts of the world, you certainly should be inoculated for different things. And it is kind of surprising to me when I give it some thought that there haven't been uh, requirements for shots when you travel into some of the remote places in the world that we have, where they're battling certain types of diseases like hepatitis and tuberculosis and um, um, other nasty, nasty diseases and viruses. And anyway, in any event, that's all I have for you today. Folks, you have a great Sunday. Today's January 3rd. If I haven't already said it, I want to wish everyone a happy new year and we'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.
Hey, look Daniel, this is the actual video for putting cement and upstairs. See right there, this is called manual because we don't have a machine here in the Philippines. Now it's finished.